How's it going, folks? Another exciting Champions League match day is behind us, and we have brought for you the juiciest and most relevant news from the world of football. Give a like to this episode, and let's get the show on the pitch. Barcelona have officially announced that young left-back Alejandro Balde has signed a new long-term contract with the club, committing his future until the summer of 2028. Tottenham Hotspur's left winger Ivan Perisic has suffered a complex anterior cruciate ligament injury in his right knee. He will miss the next 6 to 7 months of action. The Turkish Football Federation has dismissed Stefan Kuntz from the position of the head coach of the men's national team. His place will be taken by the famous Italian Vincenzo Montella. Return to AC Milan one day? I don't know. I'd pay to know my future. Maybe yes, maybe not. Football is strange. I'm not closing the door to AC Milan. I can't and won't hide my passion for Milan, Sandro Tonali shared. Marcelino has stepped down as Marseille head coach amid fans' threats against him and his family. Under his tutelage, the Olympians lost to Panathinaikos in the Champions League qualifying phase. Chelsea have secured an investment of approximately $500 million from Aris Management. The pensioners' owners are looking for ways to finance the redevelopment of Stamford Bridge and further acquisitions of foreign clubs meant to expand the unified system. Manchester City have landed the transfer of 16-year-old West Ham United midfielder Divine Mukasa. My contract renewal? My agent is taking care of that, but I'm happy here at Barcelona, Frankie de Jong stated. World Wrestling Entertainment are working on a deal for football megastar Cristiano Ronaldo to appear at an upcoming Crown Jewel pay-per-view event. After switching to Saudi sponsorship, WWE will hold its show on November 4th. They want to lure Ronaldo with a big fee. Mike Mignon will be sidelined for the next 2 Serie A fixtures against Hellas Verona and Cagliari, but is expected to be back just in time for the clash against Lazio on September 30th. Weston McKennie, Adrien Rabiot and Alex Sandro did not complete today's Juventus training session due to injuries. Barcelona and Real Betis are interested in Tottenham Hotspur and Argentina international midfielder Giovanni Lo Celso. He could leave the club from the North London in January. There were several clubs keen on signing me this summer, but I'm happy to be at Inter. I'm the captain. I'm happy and I feel the club will work with my agent to agree on a new deal, to keep going together, Lautaro Martinez said. Jude Bellingham is the 6th English footballer to play for Real Madrid in the Champions League after Michael Owen, David Beckham, Steve McManaman, Jonathan Woodgate, and Laurie Cunningham. The legendary Graham Souness had a say on Paul Pogba. If he's lazy in a match, he will be lazy in training. Remember how he used to take penalties? That was him wanting to be the star of the show for that period of time. Is he unfairly criticized? Not for a second. Not for a nanosecond. He's a lazy twat. Bukayo Saka scored his first Champions League goal. He also made his debut in this tournament. Jude Bellingham scored his 6th goal for Real Madrid in 6 appearances. He brought victory to Los Blancos with a 94-minute winner against Union Berlin. The dialogue between AC Milan and Zlatan Ibrahimovic continues, and it's possible that there will be new meetings to find the most suitable and useful role for the Swede in the club structure. Brighton and Hove Albion had left off Manchester United's £50 million bid for the Seagulls' young star forward Evan Ferguson. Atletico midfielder Koke and forward Memphis Depay have fully recovered from injuries. They can be available for the Madrid derby against Real this Sunday. Centre-back Ezri Konsa has penned a new 5-year deal at Aston Villa. Rasmus Højlund scored his debut goal during the match against Bayern Munich, making the score 1-2 in the second half. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Man United could not sign those I mentioned: Haaland, Rice, Caicedo, Bellingham. Players for there and then were needed, and the club did not have a bottomless pit of cash. RB Salzburg came into the match against Benfica with the youngest lineup in the history of the Champions League. The squad's average age is 21 years and 183 days. The Red Bulls won the game 2-0. It's my responsibility. Because of me we didn't win, and I have to learn from it. I have a lot to prove because, to be honest, my start in Man United is not so good. It was me who let the team down, Andre Onana claims. Thomas Müller is the first footballer in the history of the Champions League who managed to win 100 matches as part of one club. I will keep saying that until my final days as a manager. We did not lose the Europa League final against Sevilla. We did not lose that final in Budapest, and I won't change my mind, Jose Mourinho stated. Tottenham have no buyback clause for Harry Kane despite Daniel Levy's claims. The clause, mentioned by the Spurs president, is nothing but the first right to buy the stellar striker back if he ever decides to return to the Premier League. For the first time since 1986, Manchester United lost 4 out of 6 matches at the start of the season. Sir Alex Ferguson was appointed at the end of that year. Joao Felix: It's true. I gave up an important amount of money to join Barca. I needed to change. I wanted to join this club. Yesterday, we saw the second batch of games of the Champions League Match Day 1. Let's have a look at the results. Union delivered a really surprising performance in their first ever Champions League game. The humble club from Berlin was 1 minute away from taking the points away from Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. However, Jude Bellingham took up the matter upon his shoulders once again by tapping in the winner in the 94th minute. Bayern and Man United put on a real spectacle too, which started off with a blunder from Andre Onana, who failed to save Leroy Sané's easy shot from outside the box. Just a few minutes later, Serge Gnabry provided a brilliant finish to Jamal Musiala's pass. Rasmus Højlund got United back into the game early in the second half, though Die Rotten managed to quickly earn a penalty, with Harry Kane getting the job done. As the game headed to its closing minutes, the clubs decided to have a shootout. Firstly, Casemiro made the score 2-3. Then, Mathys Tel slotted the Bavarians' 4th goal, and at the last second, Casemiro made a brace. Arsenal simply demolished PSV in their opening Champions League match in 6 years. Bukayo Saka, Leandro Trossard, and Gabriel Jesus delivered accurate shots for the Gunners in the first half, while Martin Odegaard scored a goal near the end of the tie. A perfect comeback indeed. Inter performed much worse than Real Sociedad, who opened the scoreline in the 4th minute. Brais Mendes sent one home after Bastani's mistake. Fortunately or not, Nerazzurri were saved by Lautaro Martinez's equalizer. Interestingly, the finalists of the latest Champions League campaign still managed to score while having only 0.02 xG. Chelsea could consider selling Reece James to Real Madrid if the Merengues can give them midfielder Federico Valverde in return. Los Blancos are very keen on James, but are not ready to part ways with Valverde. The coaching staff considers the Uruguayan untouchable. Florentino Perez has no intention to sell Valverde even for an amount higher than 100 million euros. Because of Chelsea's condition, Real Madrid are starting to look for alternative options regarding the right-back role. Real Madrid are also worried about the Chelsea captain's physical condition, since he often gets injured. Nevertheless, it's clear that in the summer of 2024, Real will definitely acquire a brand new right-back, who's expected to replace the veteran Dani Carvajal in the main roster. Bayern Munich were not the first priority for Harry Kane. The England star wanted to pursue his career in the Premier League, namely in Manchester United. Kane had hoped to move to Old Trafford in the summer of 2024 as a free agent, but Erik ten Hag decided to recruit Rasmus Højlund instead. This became some sort of a hint for Kane that the Red Devils are not counting on him, and the club from Manchester was unable to pull off a full-fledged transfer in the summer of 2023. As a result, Kane began to push for a transfer to Bayern. Liverpool have emerged as new contenders for Juventus striker Dusan Vlahovic. The Reds are looking to bolster their centre-forward position, and the Serbian is amid the most desirable options. But Chelsea and Real Madrid are also in the race for his signature. The Blues were close to lend him in the summer, but Lukaku eventually refused to be part of a swap deal. Real Madrid have also not yet decided whether they need to sign a new centre-forward in January. Vlahovic started this season with a bang, having 4 goals and 1 assist in 4 Serie A appearances. Liverpool realized that clubs from Saudi Arabia will return for Mohamed Salah next summer, and it will be extremely difficult to keep the Egyptian in the team. That's why they're already considering options for his replacement. Among priorities, Liverpool are thinking of the young Real Madrid forward Rodrygo. Still, it'll be extremely difficult to complete such a signing, as the Spanish powerhouse will demand more than 100 million euros for his services. After 171 matches for Real Madrid, the Brazilian has already scored 38 goals and delivered 32 assists. Guys, Check out our other new projects, where new cool videos are released on a regular basis. Have a great time watching. Thank you all, and see you in a bit.